What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, I just want to put this out there, and many of you know this already. We should never put too much faith into polling. Now, polling is a science. It can be very accurate, but it could also be off. Polls have a plus or minus margin of error. So you have to always take these polls with a grain of salt. It's best to look at all of the polls and then come to a median or an average result. But even with that, you got to take these things with a grain of salt. What's even worse if we pick and choose what poll we want to believe. And, there's a poll recently that had Raphael Warnock up 12 over Herschel Walker, 50 to 38. A lot of Democrats want to believe this poll. Now, it could be accurate, but at the same time, there was a poll taken in the same time span that only had Warnock up 3, 47-44. So what I'm getting at is, do not be surprised if on election day we have a barn burner of election, a very close race, when in all logic, this race shouldn't even be close. And that's not an endorsement of Warnock. It is actually an indictment on how terrible Walker is. Walker is a horrible fucking candidate. However, despite all of the abortions that he's paid for and all the children he's beaten and all the women he's beaten and all of the mental health issues, the reason why people are still supporting him is because he is a black face that supports white supremacy. And as long as he does that and says the right things and behave like the right Negro, and by that I mean subservient to white supremacy, know his good place, yes sirs and no sirs, and all of that, he'll get those votes because he's the right type of Negro for certain people out there. So they'll ignore all this other shit. They don't care about that. They don't care. As long as he'll put his hands on a white woman, though. That might be something different. But as long as he knows his place, he'll get their votes. Oh, but as I've said before, don't expect him to be Daniel Webster. Don't expect him to be Robert M. La Follette or Ted Kennedy or Lyndon B. Johnson. Oh, he's not going to be a powerful senator. He's just going to be a butler. He's going to be the butler of senators who's going to do what people tell him to do, vote the way that his handlers tell him to vote, and be a subservient vote for white supremacy. That's what he's going to be. That's what he's going to do whenever he's asked a question. If he wins. But then again, Warnock's not better. Not really. So, that's all I want to say. That's why it don't matter. It doesn't matter with him. Now, if it was Warnock, they would be so outraged, unfit and all that shit, but they don't care.